Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we are making Egusi Ijebu, but before we start, I want to welcome some very special people. Yes, if this is your first time here, I want to specially thank you for tuning in. Please don't forget to subscribe before you leave. Thank you. And to my returning subscribers, you guys are the best. So this soup is very easy to make, but the flavor bangs all the time. You want to start by cooking your meat. I'm using some smoked chicken, shaki, and omo. They have the same cooking time, so I'm going to cook them together. Now feel free to use any protein of your choice. I've added a bit of seasoning cubes, Cameroon pepper or Scotch bonnet pepper, and some onion. Add a little bit of water and cook until it is about 70% cooked. I also did not add any salt because the smoked chicken was smoked with salt. The seasoning cube contains salt, so we have enough salt in here for now. Meanwhile, in a pan, I'm going to toast my egusi seeds. See, in my opinion, this stage is what makes Egusi Ijebu Egusi Ijebu. You don't want to miss this stage. It will give your soup that very deep flavor. I don't know how to explain it, but it is really good. So you want to toast this on medium heat so it doesn't burn until it turns light brown. Now, I'm using the regular egusi. If you're in Nigeria or if you can lay your hands on the one they call Egusi Ijebu itself, you can use that. Okay, so once it turns brown, I'll take it off the heat. So now I'm going to pop this in my blender. What I did actually was let it cool down a little bit before I added it into my blender. Now I'm going to add some crayfish, some dawa which I roasted on open flame. You guys, that aroma is amazing. Some onion, pepper, and some red bell pepper. Now you can now add water and blend until it is smooth. You can also use Iro to do this instead of dawa. I'm using dawa because that is what I have at home. But I also like that it gives me that option to, be able to roast it over an open flame before blending. But yeah, use any one that you prefer. So once this is smooth, you're going to pour it into a cooking pot. Add water to dissolve this and then start cooking. I'm going to cook it for the first 10-15 minutes until it comes to a boil. You also want to add water to bring it to a lighter consistency so the egusi can also have time to cook down and release its own aroma. So this was about 12 minutes later. I check on the egusi and it is coming along really well. I'm going to stir on this. You want to check again to see if it is light or if it has become thicker. One thing with egusi is that it swells up as you cook, so you may want to adjust with a little bit more water. And this soup itself is not a thick soup. Yeah, it's usually in between, depending on how you like it anyway. I thought mine was too thick, so I added a little bit more water. I'm going to stir this in again, and then at this point I'm going to go check on the meat. We've not forgotten our protein. Okay, so now I check on the meat and it is just right. It's about 70% cooked now. I'm going to scoop it out. If you're watching up until this point, this is a good time to please click the like button, subscribe, share, turn your bell notification on so you'll be among the first to know anytime I upload a new video, and it is free of charge. They don't charge you a dime. Okay, it is completely free. So now this is done, I'm going to transfer this into the pot of soup so that everything can now start simmering gently. That way the meat's flavor is infused into the soup and vice versa. So that was why I didn't cook it completely. Next, I'm going to add my dry fish, which have been washed already, and some ehuru powder. This is what it looks like. I just added the grounded form. This is very optional, but I love the flavor it brings to this soup. So at this time, you're going to adjust with your seasoning, your salt, and just let this simmer gently I'm also going to add some palm oil at this point. Basically, you're adding everything you're using for the soup at this time before you allow it start to simmer. Also, you're going to add the meat stock, so don't forget that, okay? Add the meat stock, add everything you're cooking with now, and allow this to simmer gently. So now everything is properly combined. I'm going to cover this and let it simmer gently. After a few minutes, look at that pot of soup, you guys. As soon as I opened this pot, my nose almost got blind. It is nose blinding. Very sweet. So I'm going to stir this around, taste to make sure everything is all right, and look at that consistency. This is what I like, because when it cools down, it's going to thicken up, just a little bit. So you want to leave room for that as well. Our soup is ready. Take it off the heat, serve, and enjoy. Now tell me, what is the best swallow for this soup, or what would you rather have this soup with? Is it pounded yam, semo, apple, starch, eba? Which one? But today I'm going to be having this with pounded yam. So I've peeled the yam, cut it up. I'm going to wash it now, blend it, pour it into my pot, and just make the pounded yam. Okay. Once it is done, I serve and enjoy my food. And that is it. That's how you make Egusi Ijebu. Very easy. I hope this video was helpful. Send me your pictures on Instagram at joyfulcook_ if you get to try out this recipe. Don't forget to tag me on your stories as well so I can repost them. See you in my next video. Bye.